I used to struggle to make money, but now it's become a very simple thing for me to do that. I don't even need to work hard for it. I don't need to struggle for it. Yet I get to collect payments like the payment that I just showed you about once or twice a week now. And I finally get to live a life where I go to bed knowing that I'm taken care of, my family's taken care of, the bills are paid, we can buy whatever we want whenever we want. And I know you also want to get to the exact same point. It's just for you, it feels like that every time you set a specific income goal, every time you start a business, things never click and you always end up in ground zero, going back to YouTube looking for different answers. Now here's the good news. If you did see this video and if you did click on it, then you truly are close to making money. It's just there's just one thing that you need to change, and it's changing your mind from just focusing on chasing business trends and just trying to make money to genuinely wanting to help people. I say this because back in 2022, when I started my first ever business, I was on YouTube looking for answers just like you, and I came across a guy telling people, listen, starting an agency is the best way to make money. So I started an agency, and for 6 months I was working day in, day out, 24/7. I had to cut down on sleep, my energy levels were very bad, my mental health was horrible, and on month 7, when I signed my first ever client, I was not fulfilled whatsoever. So when I worked with that client for a few months, we decided to cut ties, and then I went back to ground zero. I shut down my business because I did not like my business whatsoever. I did not care about the money. For me, it felt like that I was just chasing money, that I didn't care about the service that I was providing to people. And the problem is, if I continued down that path, I will get to a point where I'm so greedy that for me, it wouldn't matter about the person who's paying me money. It would just matter for me to take their money, put it in my pockets, and I wouldn't care about the service that I'm providing them. And I did not want to go down that path because eventually I would hit a dead end where I would have no real business because I don't have testimonials, I don't have reviews, I don't have referrals, none of that. And two, my reputation would be ruined because people will start going around telling people, listen, this guy does not know what he's talking about, so do not work with him. I do not need that. So when I shut down my business and went back to ground zero, I decided to reflect on who I am, what my core values are, what my core principles are, what my true mission is. What was the reason behind me going out there from the first place trying to make money? And that's when I remembered I'm trying to make money to be resourceful to my family, which means if I wanna get to a point where I'm making money so I'm resourceful to my family, I need to help other people be resourceful to other people so then I could make money. This whole idea of trying to make money, it's not about you. It's not about you living a certain lifestyle. It's about helping people solve problems, and in exchange, you get paid. It's about being of value to people, and in exchange, you get paid whatever amounts of money that you want to charge. And that's how I knew that the agency model was not for me because one, I did not know what I was selling. Two, I was not passionate about it. And three, it's one of those businesses that I would need to study exactly what I'm selling before I sell it to people. Now the issue is I was doing the quite opposite. I was selling somebody on something that I still yet to figure out how to deliver on. And that was a horrible thing because I was not being of value to that person. Two, my reputation will be ruined. And three, it's bad for that person because he's paying me money for something that I still don't know how to deliver on. So then I was like, okay, why not sell somebody on something that I know how to deliver on? So clearly it wasn't an agency. I had to sell something based on experience, based on passion. So I went back again to my story and I decided to go through who I was and study myself and write down a bunch of things that I was able to overcome, a bunch of things that I was able to achieve. And I went back to a time where I had this severe problem in my life that I was able to overcome. So my idea was at that point was, why not go out there and find people who are in the exact same position as I was in the past and help them overcome that problem that I went through in the past. And that was my light bulb moment. I made a YouTube video and I told people, listen, this is my plan to make money online. The video is called My Step-by-Step Plan to Make Money Online to Survive. If you go back to it, you will see me stating that I'll be helping people with anxiety, and in exchange they pay me thousands of dollars. And since then, I've been documenting the entire thing, and everything has worked out since then. That's the business model that I'm running today. This is the only way I make money, is by helping people in something that I know how to deliver on, by being of service to people in a way that I know that that person is going to pay me a certain amount of money, and in return he gets exactly what he's looking for. I'm not going to figure out how to deliver it. I know exactly what I'm giving to that person. So till this day, every time I start a new business, I start a business based on an experience that I've had in my life, whether that be me overcoming a specific struggle or achieving a certain outcome. If I hit a big milestone within my business, I will go out and help other business do the exact same thing using the exact same systems that I've used. Or if I overcome a specific problem in my life, in my personal life, I will go out and find other people who would fit my avatar and help them overcome the exact same problem that I went through, and in exchange they pay me 2, 3, 5 grand. So your main takeaway is, if you want to make money, 1, be of service to people, 2, be of value to people, and 3, solve people's problems, because that is the only way for you to make money. That is the only business model that you should be starting. This is the only way you should be making money. Shift your focus from chasing business trends to helping people. You do that and you will be well on your way to make money.